Hello and welcome, everybody out there in Union Arena Land. We are joined today with Gutlessmist, who took perhaps the spiciest deck in all of the top 32 and brought it into the top 16, placing 14th with Byakuya Squad Zero. Gutless, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course, well earned on this. And I have to say, he's my favorite emo character out of all of Bleach. 90% of Bleach is emo as hell. He is my favorite one. And
True.
you did the thing with the deck. Can you walk me through the logic behind why Byakuya and why this version of it you felt like this is what you wanted to play?
Why this version? So Byakuya, that one was kind of easy. I've been playing Byakuya since basically the beginning when it was just, Hunter and Bleach.
Hmm.
Uh, and I just was playing Byakuya since then. Uh, and coming up into this regional, I've always just playing Byakuya. Well, I took a little break just before the binder cards because I knew the binder cards were gonna come out, give it a little buff. So that's when I was like testing out some other decks, kind of get familiar with it. And then the binder cards came out, and then it was like me, Karner, Ming, like were grinding reps in
Hmm.
with any variation you could think of, just before the regional. Uh, and I guess we just ended up with this because for the longest time we did have the 5-drop Renji that becomes active if you activate the main and something on their board is minused.
Yeah, which your
Right,
deck
becomes
does a
active.
lot. It's-
Correct, it does. Problem though with that Renji, it is a 5-drop.
yeah.
So it can be a little slow at times, and uh, the nullify impact like seems nice, but with the top decks that were going on, so you have the Hitsugaya freeze,
Hmm.
where they would just freeze it. There's the pushback Kenshin that has impact, so they would just push it back. And then there was the Big Daddy Snipe guy, who just would snipe around it.
Yeah, I have
So
nullify impact. Cool story.
yeah, basically is what was happening. So it didn't come up very often. So I just decided to like, how can I help the deck like feel better? And I decided just to put like, I wanted all my cards to basically kill something,
Mm.
basically, to make them uncomfortable through the tournament.
Yeah,
Uh,
and that is something this deck clearly does. I mean, how many
yeah,
different cards do you have that say minus BP or kill something with smaller BP? Like it's
yeah, it's like half probably or
yeah,
something.
that is absurd.
Because
Oh,
that's the route we went. Uh, so the Senjumaru package wasn't always literally the Senjumaru package literally got put in uh Saturday
wow,
because
I
it was
assume you
more
tested before
Renji.
that.
Yeah, I tested
Okay.
before, but we were leaning towards more of like the more Renji package was like the 1-drop Renji and like I said the 5-drop
Hmm.
Renji, things like that. But Ming being the goat he is, uh, he gave us a lot of good testing with Green Hitsugaya. That deck was a big problem.
Yeah,
With the Kenpachis, Hitsugaya freezes, stuff like that. Hey, look, my dog.
dog cameo, we love it.
Yep. But Hitsugaya he was a very big problem for the deck for a little bit. You could kind of rush it down with like the Renjis and stuff, but it wasn't quite enough. And that's where like the Senjumaru special came into play. That is literally for Kenpachi, which did come up twice.
Nice.
And then obviously the Senjumaru raid can also take care of Kenpachi if I have to, but that one like I still can't minus it, and I don't have a lot of Squad Zero, so most of the time it was too expensive to do. But the special did come up.
Yeah, seems like you have
So
19 squad zero in this list.
yeah, but that's why that was in there for that basically, and that was like last minute. We did that.
Nice. Well, clearly that worked out for you pretty well.
Yep.
If especially if it came up twice for you. I've been
Did literally
looking.
round one.
That's perfect. I'm sure they got tilted out.
Yeah.
Oh, free win Byakuya. What?
Funny
uh,
story about that. Everyone, I think most of my opponents, turn 1-2 and maybe 3-2. They thought I was playing Squad Zero actually.
no, this is way better than Squad Zero right now. I'm
Yeah, they
sorry
found
to
out by
Palace
turn 4 or 5.
enjoyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to Palace enjoyers, but if you take a turn 1 AP to play Palace against a deck like I don't know Red Kenshin, you lost.
Yeah.
That is just that's
Which I
horrible.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas Byakuya just preys on all of those types of decks. So yeah, kudos for spying this deck and then putting in the reps and figuring out which one you want to play. What did your matchups look like as you climbed through the ladder? You said Toshi round
Hmm.
one. What
Toshi
did you
was round one,
play?
which I was trying to avoid.
Yep. And how did it go?
It went pretty good because, like I said, so I had the Senjumaru special in hand from the beginning. And like I kind of expected, like on their curve, they played the Kenpachi that when it swings, it's a 5K.
Mm.
So normally that's already a problem because I can't minus it with anything.
Right.
So it's going to be permanently up there. And then if they raid one, right, then I'm really screwed.
Yeah, that's a permanent impact. You're on a clock.
Correct. So then just right away, I ditched, I think, a Curio and the special on Drew card, and I took care of that like right away, which helped out a lot because literally, like I said, next turn he raided a Kenpachi,
Mm.
which I couldn't deal with that one, but that was fine. It was just that one Kenpachi that was rated on a 0, so it was just impact, but I could deal with the other stuff.
Right.
And you just overwhelm them too fast with the removal because they have to push up and they need blockers. But if you just keep on removing everything else except the Kenpachi, they can't keep up.
Yeah.
So that was my round 1. Round 2 was one I wasn't really expecting. It was a blue bomber mixed with
Yes.
slots.
Yes. Sorry, one of my favorite decks of all time.
Yep. So I was familiar with like the blue planet and the Bisky to draw and bounce it back and stuff like that. It's funny because that round I probably had the nuttiest hand out of all the games. He had a pretty good turn where he played like an Angel's Breath and spit back out. What is it, the Killua or something? And then he had a Killua on board to restand it. He had the Bisky that swings 4K. So he had all 4Ks basically swinging at me.
Oh wow.
I had to trade 2, and then on my turn, so his board was a 4K, 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 and a 3K, and I killed everything on one turn. Because it was just 2 Senbone Zakuras, so you do 3 to a 4K, 1 to the Bisky.
Yeah.
Then you do another Senbone Zakura, 3 to a different 4K, and then 1 to a Bisky. So now the Bisky's a 1K, and those 2 4Ks are a 1K. And then I played a Bonkai,
Oh no.
and then I raided a Byakuya. Okay. On play, you ditch 2 cards minus the front line by 1,000. So those 3 cards are dead. And then for my last action, I raided a Renji to kill the other 4K that was at a 3K. And then I swung 4 times.
That's
and he
just
died.
so disrespectful.
Yeah, that was probably the nuttiest thing I did. I mean, I could still clear boards, but like that amount of like big bodies, I was actually lucky to have a hand like that because he could have gotten out of control
Yeah. And
with that many bodies. So
for a single turn, this is literally the only deck we have in NA that could perform that amount of removal. Let's not lie, that is a little bit of a high roll having all of that pieced together.
Yes.
But
Yes.
like you play the decks for the high roll potentials, and this is one of the few decks that, yeah, any other deck would need another final with specials to do that. You're like, I'll piece it together somehow, like, and get there. That is fantastic, though. I love hearing stories of Senbon Sakura just decimating boards.
Yep, and people are just like, even he was like, oh, that was crazy. Because like he didn't think like, obviously, like you said, like who's going to remove all of that in one turn?
Yeah,
like
that's
it just
absurd.
doesn't happen.
Maybe 1, maybe 2.
Maybe.
All right, so next round. What was that looking like?
Round 3 was against Yellow Kaiju, and it was the 3-drop variant, so no Mina.
Oh,
that
the
one,
Kikoro deck. Okay.
Yes, yep. So the Yellow Rush version, that one was okay. I think he made a misplay by 1 AP, so he decided to go first. And he played a 0-drop, which was fine. And then on his next turn, he drew for turn, and he played the 1-drop, what's his name? The draw trash.
Reno. Or so
He played the 1-drop Reno.
Yeah.
Yep, to draw trash, and then he like looked at his hand. I forget what he ditched. I'm assuming what he ditched is we needed to play, because then he like looked at his hand and he said pass. And I said, "You didn't AP draw?" He's like, "No." He thought he had a 2-drop, but he didn't. The next turn he was able to play, but just being behind that one action,
it's decimating.
especially versus me. Yeah, because then I tapped to draw to get more answers. So when he did fill up the board, I could answer all the cards, and I just, like I said, him being down 1 action just did it. So that's what happened on that one. It could have been close because his next turn was pretty good. Like, he did the 4-drop to make her a 5K, and he spit out bodies that were 3-drops. So, but like I said, that one actually was just too far behind at that point.
Right.
And then the next round, what was that, round 4? We're on round 4 now?
I believe so.
It was, actually, let me see. This round it was my first red Kenshin player.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure this guy thought I was playing Squad 0. Because, so we're getting into the game. And this game I thought I was going to lose, I'm not going to lie, because I was soft bricking. I think I didn't see a double energy till like round 5. Or like turn 5, maybe turn 6. Like I literally thought I was going to lose. And I just have these 2 Byakuya raids in my hand that I can't play. But even he said the mistake he made was I swung and he had a red color trigger from
Mhm.
life, and on my front line was the one drop Senjumaru, which was a 25, and then I had the one drop Byakuya. But then the rest of my back line was Squad Zero. And I had already swung with the Senjumaru, and the only thing left to swing was the Byakuya. And he decided to sideline the Senjumaru,
Hmm.
which I didn't really understand because Byakuya was about to swing taking her life. And I was like, Senjumaru, you sure? He's like, yeah. And then I saw Byakuya took another damage. And then that Byakuya ended up sticking for the rest of the game, and that's what did it. Because when I finally found a double energy at the end of the game, I rated two Byakuyas, one in the
Yeah.
front, which was that one, and then one in the back, and I double impacted him
Yeah.
to
Kind of hard
win.
to win from that position. That's a
Yeah,
It's a
and
lot.
he knew. He was like, I should have just not taken the one extra damage for no reason. So I'm assuming he thought I was playing Squad Zero. I'm guessing then, because I don't know why else he wouldn't have sidelined the Byakuya.
Yeah, he might have just figured you had that card in there to filter instead of playing
Correct,
Byakuya, but
because I've thought of that, because like you
yeah,
said, Palace you can't push up, so it could be bad. So replacement for Palace could be
Byakuya.
the one drop Byakuya. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Even more aggro in the early game, which is better. Uh,
correct.
all right. Well, I mean, that is one of the advantages of playing a brew that not a lot of people are going to be anticipating is matchup knowledge. You have it, they
Correct.
don't. So that is, yeah, they probably didn't make a misplay other than their matchup knowledge analyzing that Byakuya was just fodder.
Yeah, because even like I said, the first round I played the green player, I put down Senjimaru. He's like, "Oh, you're Squad Zero," and I was just like, "Yeah, yeah, Squad Zero. Yep.
Yeah, sure, there's a card that says that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so round five, or five, yes.
Yep. Then the lunch break happened,
Hmm.
and then round five, and round five was another green bleach player. And I'm like, I can't get away from green bleach. Like it's the one thing I didn't really want to see. But like I said, I practiced with Ming for a very long time, so I was pretty prepared. So shout out to him for that. That one, I probably would have lost. He made a slight mistake. So my one of Orihime was up front, and he couldn't really push up his babies in the back because it's a 3K double block. And what he did was he rated a Hitsugaya, but he rated it on the double energy one. And he froze my Orihime, which was fine, but then he was at 3 energy. And then for the next 2 turns, he had to tap draw, and just push things up and swing with what he had left. And I pretty much just ended the game there. And he showed me his hand. If he just found 1 energy, I definitely would have lost. Because his hand was 2 Bankais, 2 Kenpachi raids, a Hitsugaya raid, and a special.
Oh,
Which
wow.
is why he was able not to play. So if he just got anything, I don't think I was going to win that game at all.
No.
But I guess I forget what he said. I think he knew it was a mistake, but he just wanted to do some more chip damage so the Kapachis could end the game, and the double block was blocking that. So he just wanted to freeze it. Because he didn't even freeze my back row. He just froze that. He ended up working because of it.
You know what? If that's the difference of 2 life that they get to do, I mean, I understand the logic behind that,
Yeah.
but yeah, unfortunately, bricking because of that. Yeah.
Which also I can understand because I think a lot of people don't know this, but if you just like kill her, she's a 2-drop. And a lot of times what happens is you'll hit me, it's my color trigger, and I just put her back out on the board.
Yeah, that is, yep. I was
Yep.
wondering if she came into play as being a good card, and clearly she did.
Yes. Yeah. No, she is. So my other testing, like normally, like some of my older lists, which could be good, she's a 4 of.
Mm.
And that version's like very aggressive. It's less combo heavy, but you just kind of flood the board with her and they have to deal with her. And if they don't, I have more actives in the deck too. So if you're like 3-4Ks and you swing, most likely it's going to be an active trigger, and I'll block the other 2.
Yeah,
So
17
she can be a
active
problem.
triggers. That is absurd in our meta right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. And that's with me cutting her down to 1. And that's without the 5-drop Renji.
Oh yeah, he's active. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I can
Nice.
put a lot more in there, but I wanted to, like I said, focus on like removing stuff.
Right.
So, but the one of she comes in clutch. They just see the double block 3K, and she's a very good like lightning rod card, if that's what you want to call her,
Mm-hmm.
even as a one of. So
Yeah, I think originally when I was looking at lists, we were in a meta where everybody had Papa 3K raids. Like
yeah.
everybody had it. We had the Gwaine
Mhm.
deck and like all of them.
Yep.
But now that we're in such a definitively aggressive meta, who wants to Saito snipe a double block? Honestly, like,
Well, if you know my deck list, which some people do, they would. So
yeah, exactly. But like, who wants to? Like, it's
right, exactly. It does not feel good. Yeah.
yeah. Because
Especially if my
there's
deck
still
life is a color
Byakuya back
trigger.
there. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, a very good tech. I like that card a lot in this. But anyways, continuing with your matches.
Okay, then my next round was against second place, Will. I believe.
Mhm.
The purple snipe, I think he called it his Big Poppy deck or something. That
Okay.
player, he's very good player.
Yeah.
I could tell too because he was the one of the very few players for every round. He was very methodical with his plays, and he made sure no matter what he did, took his time, and he made sure he was making the right plays
Right.
every time. He was very nice. He was showing me all his cards, made sure I know that I was showing him my cards, so he like made sure what they did. But luckily, I figured that purple would be probably the most play deck, so I was very ready for it.
Right.
Uh, and I think I exhausted my entire hand for this turn, but it was worth. I pretty much he had the nullify impact on boards, the snipe on board, and like a body, maybe another body, and I board wiped him.
Mm.
And he only had two things in the back, and he couldn't come back. He even had a final on the life, which that part kind of scared me. I was like, oh, is he gonna come back from this now?
Right.
Wasn't sure. But yeah, that's normally how this deck in particular works. I just kind of have to like maybe do some chip damage. Like the Senju are there for kind of Kampachi, but she's mostly there for turn 3.
Mm.
It's like pop a small body, uh, and just have a 4K swing and kind of to bait out bigger bodies. And when
Yeah.
that happens, that's when you do the big combo. And if you board wipe them, normally they can't come back from that.
Right. Because you
And that's
get
when you
some
kind of
chip
just take over
damage
the
in.
game.
I mean, you only
Yeah.
have 7 life, so it's chip damage counts. Uh,
Yep.
yeah, that sounds really good, and that is one thing I've loved about Senjumaru, but I've been looking for a way for her to be positioned in the meta. Is like if you know you're going against Saito, their best card in the entire deck is their 0 cost color trigger.
Yes, that
She
is
kills
literally
it.
that is literally what she's for. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
When I was playing against these two really good purple players, I remember one time they swung with them and they bounced. It turns into a 4K too, which was cool. They bounced back their sniper to their hand. And I was like, "What did that?" And they were like, "Oh, this card." I was like, "Oh, that card needs to die as soon as it
Bye
touches the
bye.
field. That card's a problem."
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, so I agree. The other problem people didn't really understand is I would like raid a Byakuya and minus the front line, and then I'd raid a Senjumaru and ditch like one card to pop it,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "You have to pay two," or something like that, and I would be like, "No, you have to show them the card like." I only pay one now because of this. It also came up with the Senjumaru special because, like I said, I don't have a lot of Squad Zero,
Right.
but it should sideline a 3K. So a lot of times I would just like play the 2-drop Byakuya or Radio Byakuya or something like that and
Yeah.
just play the Senjumaru special to finish it off. And they
Right.
would get the ditch a card, and I was like, no, you're a 3K now, so I don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah. My cards do things. They all synergize.
Yeah, basically it's a Senjumaru discount deck, basically.
That is a great name for this deck,
But yeah,
actually.
Will is a really great player. He's probably one I would be scared to run into
Mm,
at Nationals, especially in a best of 3.
nice.
But yeah, he's a very good player. So
Awesome. And that was your second to last round. No, that was your last round.
that was 6th round.
That was 6?
Yep, 6. So I'm 6
Okay.
and 0 at this point.
Okay.
And then it's funny because me and Ming are talking, and he like really wants to play me in the finals because he knows he'll just body me because
Right.
of what he's playing. He knows like I did not want to play Ming in the finals. I'm not gonna lie,
That's fair.
but
He
I
is such
thought
an insanely good player.
yes, Ming is one of the
Like,
best players I know, and I'm like, dude, we've
I,
practiced against her so much. I was like, I don't even know if I would have a chance
I know it
against you.
sounds like we're glazing the guy for anybody watching this.
Yeah.
He's absurdly good at the game. Like, the
No,
dude
I
is
think you said
so
it
good.
before. He can make any deck if he puts like a couple days into it. He can make any deck
Yeah.
seem good, and then
Yeah.
you go pick it up. You're like, this is the worst deck I've ever seen.
If he's playing specified slots, I'm scared if I'm playing Kenshin. Period.
Yes, no,
Like,
I
he's
agree.
insane with every deck he plays.
I mean, it would have been cool to play him, but yeah. Then my 7th round, right? Because there's 8.
Hmm.
My 7th round was against the winner,
Oh, Senra.
Senra.
Well, we know
Yes,
how that match
who?
ended.
Yep. So, but really good player, and we actually had already practiced against each other. He would come over with him and his friend Temperance,
Mm,
who's also a very good player. They came over to, like our Airbnb, and we like ran games and practice, so we were already familiar with each other.
nice.
And it's funny because we both said we both dodged Ming because that's who we didn't want to play.
Yep.
So, and Ming's are just smiling and laughing and being like, I have to get one of you
Yeah.
next round, which he did. That game was very close. In fact, he hit me with that card I'd never seen before. He was down to 1 life, and I was down to 3, actually.
Hmm.
And I had a Byakuya on the board with pretty much a full board. But he had to fill back up his board towards the end.
Yeah.
And I was like, if he can't deal with this Byakuya, I'm going to impact him next turn, and he'll lose. And for his last action, he was going to special my Byakuya, bottom deck it, but he realized since he had to push up, he only had 3 energy.
Right.
So he couldn't. And I was like, oh, thank God. Like, that saved me.
Oh
But
no.
then he took out that tech card that I didn't really know what it did
Yep.
because when he was doing it in our testing, he was using the draw.
Yeah, you pitch it
But
and draw
then,
a card. It's insane.
yeah, that's what he was doing. But then he was like, "Oh, I can't special your Byakuya, so let's rest him." And I was like, "What?" I said, "Let me see that." And yeah,
That
sure
has
enough,
text. It has
yeah,
text.
sure enough, it rests my Byakuya, so that was the hole I needed. And I was really hoping for an active trigger because of the actives I have. Didn't get one. I got I think 2 draws in a row,
Oh,
basically. And it came down to one last swing he had because I had to like block out. And it wasn't a final, unfortunately. And that's how he ended up closing the game. So it was a really good play. Can't believe he had that card in his hand to save him from the special because he was literally like showing the special point. I was like, "You have 3 energy." He's like, "You're right." And I was like, "Oh, thank God." And he showed me that 2-drop card, whatever it is, no trigger, rest my Byakuya, and closes out. It was a really good play, and he's a really good player too. So, I mean, like I said, he put that tech in, and he got me with it. So, can't be mad about it.
geez.
Then that was that, and
then the
then
finals.
Then the next round, you'll be disappointed in me
Oh no.
on this one. Yeah, the third place player, the Sukuna player, is who I played.
Oh no.
Yes.
You're not supposed to tell me that. Just lie. All right,
I
continue.
know. Okay. Okay. It was someone else. It was someone else. It was someone else. It was Blue Bomber again. So I'll
Yeah.
say.
All right. Good. In the finals. Let's go. Huge. But yeah, Sukuna.
He was like kind of high rolling, but not really. So by turn 3, he did have 3 fingers
Mm.
and a shrine, but that's like all he kind of had.
No Sukuna raids.
No.
Okay.
No UGs from life or anything. He played one from hand, stuff like so. It was
Yeah.
okay. Like he had the shrine, he had 3 fingers, but nothing was like threatening. And me and him were kind of going back and forth with specials, his UG bounces, stuff like that. And then when he was around 4 life, is where we figured out where all Sukunas were. His next 2 to 3 life were the Sukuna raids,
Oh.
and that's where they were.
Yeah.
And that's when things started going very bad, and he started just snipe impacting me to death. Basically, I couldn't keep up.
Yep.
So that's what happens. To be fair, though, I think I'd rather it be a Sukuna raid from life than a UG bounce.
Absolutely.
That card's very inferior rating from life, so can't complain that much again. But he was also very nice and a very good player.
You're the
and
second person to say that about him, so I'm not allowed to hate on him.
Really?
Everyone says
Okay,
he was
yeah.
such a nice guy. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'll be
he
nice.
was
then."
really nice. Yeah, he was really nice. Like after we talked, and he said like he had to take a little break. He wasn't sure how he was gonna do, and like the only deck he had and could play was Sukuna, and that's what he did. And like I said, he pilots it very good. In fact, I saw his deck list, and I actually agree with it, because a lot of people like think you need to run the 4 of the search UG.
Yeah,
you
no,
play.
no.
That card is, if you play 2 of those back to back, you're trolling because you're gonna see some good cards go away.
More than likely another finger.
Yeah, his ratios were good. 2 of that and 2 of the Maki. I think
Yeah.
Maki's still a very good card, and she's much safer.
She is, and more defensive, which I like as well.
Correct. What he did, and that was a round where I thought maybe I had it.
Mhm.
He did a round where he got kind of scared and he filled up his board. Same. He had a Nabara with a Maki, with a 4K UG, and with the 2-drop UG, a 3K.
Yeah.
And I killed everything.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
in one turn. It was the same thing. I raided the Byakuya. I made everything like a 1K because I said Senbone Sakura, and he started like taking away the UG. I was like, no, that's just 3K minus 3K.
Give it a second.
Oh yeah, give it a second. Hold on. Let me turn it off. Turn it back on real quick. There we go.
There you go.
It was the same thing. I think, yeah, it was another Senbone Sakura. I didn't do a Renji though this time on top of it, but it was 2 Senbone Sakuras again.
That's still
3-1, and then a Byakuya raid, and I wiped everything because instead of having all 4Ks, it was 2 15s because Maki, I think, was 1 short to be a 3K. So I killed 2 15s, the 4K, and the 3K.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But you end up losing that match because the consecutive
Correct.
Sukunas.
Because like I said, that's when the Sukuna started coming out of
Yeah.
life. Is when I wiped his board, started swinging. That's where we found out where they were. Because he said he was scared because he couldn't find them, but I found them for him. So.
Oh man. Well,
but yeah, that's what it is.
It is what it is, and you know what? That's still an amazing placement into an event, especially with you running into, I think at this point, the most diverse decks out of everybody I've talked to.
Yep.
The one consistency.
It was 2 green.
Yeah, Toshi.
Yep, 2 green, 2 reds, 1 purple, 1 blue bomber, and 1 yellow.
Oh, that sounds like such an amazing event for you. So, knowing what you ran into at this event, knowing what you had to play against, if you could jump in a time machine, rewrite your deck list, and register with different swaps to the deck, is there any changes you would make?
Any changes I would make? I'll be honest, probably not, because I thought
Hmm.
about this very hard, and like I said, I didn't swap. So like literally, probably not. I wouldn't do anything. If anything, if I had to, maybe one less final, maybe one less two drop Byakuya. Those would like that would be it. It'd be just those two, like maybe. But
Wow.
even that, no. But yeah, I tested the deck with like no finals, one finals, like everything.
Yeah.
And I only played Turn Extender, I think, 3 times in the whole event, so it
Mm.
didn't come up very often. Because normally what it is they needed their Turn Extenders to keep up for what I did.
Right.
So
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds amazing. Congratulations yet again for doing so well. But we have to
thank
get
you.
through the last question. So, Evangelion, Sword Art Volume 2, and
Okay.
even Demon Slayer V2 all are going to be
Okay.
legal for natties. Do you
Yeah.
think that this deck will be able to keep up with the meta and compete? Or if things are unrestricted from those IPs, do you think we're going to have to evaluate what else to play?
Mm, It's funny you say that because I say that every time.
Yeah.
But even for like the indie regional and like even online events, that's what I say. But I always bring this at the last second. Uh, I'll be honest, I might still bring it. I'm not sure. Just because I played this deck for so long. Like you ask anyone who just knows the Byakuya. I played this deck for so long. I know every card in this purple set. Every card. I played it multiple times, and I have so many different variations for what
Mayuri
the
and
meta is. Which I've done.
yep,
I've
yep.
done Myuris. Like Ming. That's one. Actually, that's one card. If you ever want to tilt Ming, play this and put 4 Myuris in it.
Got you.
He'll be
Got you.
shaking.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He.
I got you. Got
Yep.
you.
Yep.
Thank you.
He'll be like, "What's that do?" And I'll be like, yeah, give me a card. And then that's when I played the second one. He's like, okay, that's kind of bad. And that's when you play the third one. He's like, oh, that's my whole hand I lost.
I just wish it was a
That'll get me.
2 drop so I could get it back in
I
color
know.
trigger.
I know. But I think it can, obviously. But to be fair, like I said, I'm very comfortable with this deck. And I do a lot of testing and ins and outs. And I think that's what's good about Union Arena. Like, I think most decks, if you really like the deck and you practice it enough and it's a
Mhm.
decent deck, I think you can take it.
Yeah.
As long as you know all your ins and outs, and you can put some weird tech things in there to catch people off guard.
Yeah.
So
You and Byakuya. There's George with Saitama. There's Amazu with that yellow SAO deck. Like
yeah,
they're laughable when you think about it, but if you put it in the
but
hands of somebody who's mastered it, it's
correct. And
scary.
your opponent doesn't know.
Yeah.
Do some crazy. Even though me and Ming both might play Nikkei, we're not
Oh.
sure.
That would be an upset for me.
Hey, Ming played in the 3v3 and we got 7th. He went 4-1 or 5-1 with it. So
Nice, nice. All right. Well, that covers everything I wanted to talk about. Before we go, shout out whatever you would like to shout out to give recognition to for all of this.
okay. Well, first I want to thank you, Joey,
Yeah.
for interviewing, getting all the decks and stuff and the people together. I know it probably takes a long time, and so I appreciate the hard work you did.
Thank you.
And then I want to shout out to like everyone who helped me test. Like I said, I practiced like a lot. Like I was trying to make sure I was ready for literally anything.
Hmm.
So I just want to thank all the teammates. So you know all the D3 guys, Tyler, Ming, the goat,
Yep.
Karner, Anto, all those guys. I just want to thank them for helping me. And then some side ones would be like, I know they don't think they helped a lot, but because of them, I was ready for any purple snipe Kenshin. That'd be Sero and Anubis. They helped me out tremendously. They're still the 2 best purple players I know.
Mm.
And they helped me out a lot for that matchup. So I'm thankful for that. And I just want to thank everyone for helping me to get this far. Wouldn't be able to do it without them. And yeah, I mean, not else much to say.
Yeah, that is awesome. And if you would like, we can put the D3 Discord into the description down below, just so people
Okay.
can also get reps in and get some practice and help D3 grow a little bit more.
Yeah,
I don't
and
mind at
there's
all.
D3, there's Rumble Rama as well. Don't
Yeah,
forget that. But yeah, I think those two are probably the 2 best Discords to get good practice in, I think. So
absolutely. I agree completely. D3 is the most competitive place there is in Discord that I've seen.
yeah, especially if Ming's in there. Be careful. He's not a
He's
nice
so
person.
good. No.
He will not
Ming,
take it easy on you.
Ming is a sweet guy. He will not take it easy
Yes.
on you.
No, he will not take it easy on you though. No,
No.
that's true. Yeah.
But thank you very much. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.